is up, Motorfest racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut. I'm here today with the Rally Raid R34 Skyline. This is one of the best all-around Rally Raid cars that we have tested and built. It's time I finally brought you guys a Rally Raid car on the channel. I don't know why it took me so long to do that, so I apologize. Shame on me. This one's dialed in. SakuraCommander did the tune and the wrap, and I've got to say I really like both. Let me show you what we've got. Let's get the setup going, and then we'll run around the test track and in the grand race to show you what it does. Spoiler alert, stay tuned for the grand race. There's a sweet shortcut that I did the very first time on stream. This is a couple of weeks ago, and then I got a video footage of me doing that shortcut again, so like it's pretty sick. Alright, so we dig into it. Let me show you what the styling portion does first and foremost on this. You can do a little bit of nothing. You can basically do the rims and the calipers, and that's it. Everything else on the body is what you see is what you get, so I hope you like that style. As far as the vanity goes, definitely make sure you slap it on a set of vanity tires. Get those wheels as far away from the body as you possibly can to give it the best mechanical advantage we can to get that stability. And then while you're there doing all the vanity stuff, make sure you guys grab yourself a Cornnut crew livery from the shop. There's mine. It's got my name on it and my number. So, and then our other buddy Surfy Raps, he's got the Pikachu one. I know that there's a lot of downloads on that one, 534 right now. So go grab one of those. There's a lot of cool ones. I think there's a few other Cornnut crew liveries too. So if you're going to be getting the tune, get the livery as well. Let's dig into the pro settings. That's why you guys are here. Alright, final drive all the way long. You want to have that for the grand race. That way in the draft or going down the big hills up by the volcano, you can get that top speed. Power distribution, we're going to fade that a little bit to the rear, so you are 35% front, but it's 35% essentially is the number you're looking for. Tire grip, 0% front and rear, or 100% grip front and rear. Brakes, you're going to fade those a little to the front. It is a 65% front on the braking, and then the brake power, you're going to go 100%. For the load, front and rear, it is 100% on both. And then for the suspension, you're going to soften it up a little bit. So you're going to go minus 8% in the front, and then you're going to soften the springs 5% in the rear, or negative 5%, excuse me. Damper compression is going to be minus 9% front, and then plus 6% in the rear. So soft in the front, stiffen it in the rear. Damper rebound, negative 6 front and negative 4 in the rear. You're going to just bring that rebound down just a skosh. ARB, that's our anti-roll bars. You're going to go plus 10% on the front and plus 10% in the rear. And then for our camber, it's negative 25% and negative 0.25% to the left, full Beyonce. That is the Nissan Skyline GTR 34. It's really good. I would say it's one of the more well-rounded rally cars. Don't get me wrong, there's some others that are really cracked, but this is the first one I want to put it on the stack, and then we'll kind of use this as a baseline as we get others out to you guys. Like I said, stay tuned for the gameplay footage. We run on the test track. It's not too bad. And then we also do the grand race, and there's that cool shortcut I want you guys to see. Outside of that, if you haven't done it yet, like the video so others will see it due to the algorithm. Comments are the bread and butter of the videos. If you comment, the more comment to view to subscriber interaction I can get, the better. So drop a comment if this is a car for you. It doesn't matter what you say. You could just say the Crew Motorfest or something silly. Whatever works. Other than that, thank you guys all for watching. I greatly appreciate you. You have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Here we are on the off-road test track, which I use Orlando Smackdown. It's in the American V8 playlist, or the American Muscle playlist. We've got midday driving, so we got some daytime, and then clean driving's on for extra money. ×5 difficulty on the AI, and then everything else is off. Nitro's off, and then I run sequential, comfort, and ABS on. All right, let's see how fast we can get this car around the track. R34 is pretty sturdy. I have not tested any other rally raid, so this is going to be kind of a more of a benchmark than anything, and then we'll have to compare against it. But these test track footage is really for more show you guys what the car kind of does in a controlled setting, as opposed to the insanity that comes with a grand race. I will say that it rotates really well. If you do have the nitrous on, like you should, it with a little bit of nitrous and handbrake, you can really hook the car quite well, and you can put it pretty much anywhere you want, and I really like that about it. It's got decent acceleration, so it can pull you out of the corners, and it just, for the rally raid side of things, this one's pretty dang sturdy. This track simulates a lot of what you would get in a rally raid event. That's why I like to use it. Got a handful of different elevation changes. We got some bridges, lots of bumps, some tighter corners, so you can see how the car is going to handle once you get it sideways. It's good. It's got a lot of the environment that we're looking for, kind of similar to what we do on the other test track. That's got a couple different things that you would experience in a grand race. Really, the only thing these two test tracks don't show us is what the top speed of the car is, which, if it had one just banger straight away where we could get it right up on the top end of things, that'd be perfect. But, you know, you can't have everything, so. Christopher's giving us a run for our money. He's out there in that 350Z. AI being on the hardest difficulty, they do have nitrous, and they do use it, which is funny. Even though we don't, but that's okay. We don't need it. So that's going to be lap 1. What we're looking for, guys, is how the car turns in. When we're testing, we look for how it responds once we land from the higher jumps, and kind of just getting a feel for what the car is going to do once we throw it into a grand race scenario. And a lot of the testing we do does come from grand race results and how the car feels when we're dipping through a lot of the sections in that particular format as well. Yeah, this has not a bad top speed. There's a few other cars that go a little faster, but there's definitely nothing wrong with the top speed of this vehicle. I'd say that if I had to pick an all-arounder, this would be one of the ones I would pick or suggest to people, because it's pretty easy to drive, it is quite fast, and so for those reasons, that's why it's one of the first rally raids I put on the channel. I want you guys to have something that's really well suited to the race type, and then we can kind of scale back or lean into different vehicles from there. The Z4 BMW is also a good choice, and the Toyota Tacoma, that's a pretty good one as well, so we'll be bringing those to you in the future. I got some gameplay footage with the VW Touareg. I wasn't crazy about that car. Some of the other guys in the crew really like it, but I myself wasn't like a super fan, so we'll probably also get that one in the lineup for you guys as well. If you made it this far in the video, like and subscribe if you haven't yet. Like, literally click the like button, please. It'll put it in front of more people, so that way they can get the same kind of tunes and get a little better at the game. That's a 318.3. Because we've not run rally raid on this track, I don't have anything to compare it to. Felt pretty clean. Car's doing what it's supposed to. Let's see how it does in a grand race. Alright, we out here. Got the Italia. Got our Skyline. And we got the Revoluto Auto Roulette Lamborghini. It's pretty sturdy. Watch this thing accelerate. I've already got a build on the channel, or coming soon probably. Yeah, I think coming soon. Alright, back on track here. Let's try to catch these boys. Never trust a 918 driver! Now they're breaking away because we rear-ended that guy with so much speed. We got a dispatch of that nerd. That guy was following the racing line. What a moron. It's like, that's a roundabout that you cut. That guy's like, I better follow the road because the racing line said so. That's why I preach, you guys. Racing line, it gets you looking too far, too close to the track, not looking ahead, not looking at your mini map. I think we low-key saved that guy from spinning out. The content creator side of me wants to keep this kind of a close race, so that way when I get to the portion of the track, which is the Skyline for the rally raid at the end, you guys can see how good it dispatches of these guys, and we can walk away. The competitive portion of me will use all of our boost right now and try to break away. Mind you, he's got the draft going, so there's not much we can do there, but that's okay. We'll work with this guy. We'll draft it up. Very nice corner. Very good apex. Let's go. Point. Nice. I was doing full steering input there to get us out of that section. I just quick or short shifted into 6 because I knew I was just going to sit there and boost so that way the tires don't spin. Gets us up to a good speed. We're pretty lucky right now that this part of the racetrack isn't a bunch of cuts, because the bolide, like I showed you guys, is very, very good in the off-road sections. I think this is one of the better handling cars though, and it's got a very good top speed. Cooked it a little hot. Get the wall going here. Get us up to speed. Try to break away from that guy. Excellent. If anybody out there has a Ferrari 458 Italia, I'd like to meet with you and just sit in it for a little while, if that's okay. I mean, I'll drive it if you let me. And I'll drive it fast if you really let me. Pretty good driver, by the way. But I've always liked 458s. I think they're one of the more special cars in the world for sure. Something about just the shape and the sound when they came out, they're just timeless. Like, a lot of people are always hung up on like the top tier ones, and I thought the 458 was just like this perfect balance of really good performance, sound, racing pedigree, and it just had all the parts. Thought they were really cool cars. I mean, I still think they do. Like, a lot of people get hung up on the Enzo, which it's cool, but I think the Enzo, the lines are a little too hard, a little too edgy. The 458 just looks good all the time. Speaks to me. Alright, as we shift into Rally Raid in our Skyline. Alright, this Skyline's really good. Its biggest weakness is the straight lines. It just doesn't carry the same top speed as some of the other Rally Raid cars like the Tacoma. But for what it lacks in top speed, it makes up for in everywhere else. Acceleration, handling. And I'm going to show you guys, first time in a video on film, this awesome shortcut. And you go, Cornnut, why is that a shortcut? It's because you carry all this speed right here and you don't have to worry about that. And then you can line this up. I kind of messed it up. I cut it a little sharp. But that's meta. That's worth about 2 seconds if you hit it clean like that. The exit was a little not quite as clean, but I wish that there was a like a split or a yards, difference between how far we are from first to second, so you could see what the gap looks like after we go through that. Because I've done that on stream a couple times now, and that's the move. And nobody else is bringing you guys that kind of content right now. I mean, there's plenty of people that are showing you lines and different shortcuts, but that's a Cornnut Crew original. Typically we cut through the trees there, but I was a little out of shape, so I didn't. Alright, and because we like doing cool stuff and we're so far out front, we're going to take the jump. If you scuff it to the right like I did there and you actually clip the bridge, you have a shorter jump distance and it sets you up for that corner a little better. If you go a little bit more to the left, there's kind of a rock there and you can go really, really high, and it's awesome, but it's a little further of a jump than you want if you take it at full speed. So there's a couple different places to hit that. Going slow through here as we come through this section. Get ready to hit our bridge. But if you guys do not have this Skyline and you're looking for a good rally raid car, I'd say that this is one of the best for all around just everything it does. It handles very good. Like, it just turns the way you want it to. You can put it right where you want. It's got great acceleration. It's only a 5-speed, so the gears are a little longer, which is, in my opinion, pretty nice. It just makes it easier to drive, less shifting and stuff. But the predictability of the car, like, it doesn't get super rowdy. It just drives the way you want it to, and I like that. I think that's really, really good. Alright, as we come through the last section, tap the brakes, downshift once, hook it, and then accelerate. And then coming down towards the bottom, we'll hook it a little closer to the right to avoid the rock wall. And that's a dub. Guys, that is the Nissan Skyline Rally Raid. It's really good. I think you guys will really like that. Give that shortcut a try. Maybe. But other than that, that's me. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.